Kalau chat juga pasti nggak boleh chat yuk. Kamu juga mau tidak?
Your magic ends here.
Iya, halo.
The Axeman comes.
Rapiin.
Your nightmare is here. I'll take the job.
Klik-klik doang.
What proving ground is this? Chaos arrives.
Klik apa?
Clinks. I've a mind like a steel trap, and the physique to go with it.
The battle begins! We're going to have some fun, chicks. Valora!
Shadow Priest.
The days of fair weather are over.
Iya,
Iron Sheath, the Wormblade.
iya.
I quiver with anticipation.
Quiver and quake.
Tracks,
The dragon comes for war.
beware the...
What an enchanting day for battle!
You ever hear the one about the tortoise and the hare and the squirrel that shut him up?
My life is in your hands.
Iya bisa dengerin, tapi nggak akan dengar dengan, nggak akan merhatiin dengan baik.
It's the Juggernaut.
Jadi salah.
I ride with the light.
It's Commander Tresden to you.
The elements of my nature are in torment. Hell hath no fury like me.
Let them try and stop me.
I'm not interested in anyone's plans. The flow of battle will dictate the day.
Our presence was requested.
Terus.
Monkey King.
Ya kamu main game terus yang lain aku kalau ngantuk.
Morphling.
Oh,
Bring out your dead.
enggak.
I summon the forces of nature.
Iya.
Necrophos.
Creature of the dark.
I think it's my idea.
My virtue, my strength.
The Oracle sees all.
From the outer dark I come.
We are but a simple servant.
Interesting.
She's here. Tagna.
Queen of Pain.
Razor. ringmaster. What wonders will I see this day? Heed me, and it will go better. It's now or never. There is purity in silence.
Court mage to the nest of thorns am I.
Slardar.
You bait no hook with me.
Name's Beatrix, but my friends call me Beady.
Sniper here.
My iron will shall break them. Feel the wind in your hair! Ready?
I'm not a lumberjack. This is personal.
My stones gather. The seasons wheel past the dusk. The undying waits. Come not near the dark woods where my kindred sleep.
Vengeance is my mistress.
I come, the venomous one.
Hi there.
I come, and I command.
Darkness weaves. You know that.
My quiver is full. I once shot an ant.
I'll chase away the autumn. The doctor is in.
I descend to walk among mortals.
Hero, you're back! And you look terrible! Oh, perfect! Look at those rags you're wearing. Come, get in here. I'll bet you're looking for a fresh batch of old Quarteral's one-of-a-kind item sets. Well, you're in luck. Same terms as last time. You remember my tragic backstory, of course. The one I spent an entire day telling you about? Yes? No. Well, I suppose it was a lot to absorb. In short, I am cursed to give away item sets for free, or I'll die. Painfully. Ah, I see you've got your eye on my lunch. Well, I don't have to eat it if you want it as a reward. You're missing out, though. I mean, I'm a goat. I'll eat anything, but still. There's a sweet shell, some crunchy bits, metallic note, I think. Definitely ham. There's a lot going on here. Last time I came around, I made sure to give everyone some chances to win free stuff, and the response was unanimous. Every single person was mad. So, this time, Quartro's going to make sure your first antique is an extra super-duper special one. Then it's back to the usual stuff, but you'll get more chances to win it. Last but not least, now you'll get to pick your treasure from an assortment of options. Happy? Everybody finally happy with how I'm giving away all my stuff? Super! Anybody with further suggestions can mail them directly to Quartero at 123 Kiss My Purple Ass Lane. Pick your treasure! Last time I came. This one? No. This one. Oh, wait. Make your choice. This is hard. Choose wisely. Make your choice, hero. Here, why don't we try this nether horn on? Yes. Pretty slick, am I right? I managed to snag this little showstopper in a small village up in the mountains, ruled by a spider, if you can believe it. Not a tiny spider, either. No, that would be ridiculous. No, a big spider with a king's crown on its head. And as I'm sure you can guess, there's an adventuresome tale in how I got it. I was sworn to secrecy, of course. But if I've learned anything about you, you're not even listening right now. So, here we go. Once upon a time. Once upon a time, I gave you this free cape, the Nether Shell, once owned by the Spider King. Did this spider defy the odds and become a king? What an inspirational story that would be! But no, this story is about a lazy king who became a spider. How? Well, Some of the villagers said the king had been bitten by a spider. Other villagers said he'd been bitten by a witch, and that turned him into a spider. And I asked, so was it a spider witch then? And they said, no, just a regular witch. And I said, well, that doesn't make much sense. And they said, that's funny. We didn't know you were such a fucking witch expert. And I was like, oh, shit, I'm going to have to fight all these people. And then the leader said, when a witch turns you into a frog, does that make her a frog witch? And honestly, that helped me get there. You could see they put a lot of thought into this. Ah, the nether braces! Look at the craftsmanship on those spikes. That's real beetle jaw. You can tell by the way it catches the light. Look at that shimmer! Anyway, while I was running from the villagers, guess who I bumped into? The king! And I figured, why not just ask him how he'd become a spider? And get this, he hadn't been bitten by a witch, just cursed. So, mystery solved. But also, who cares? Because the point is, it turned out he had an armor hoard. This king loved armor. A lot. He'd spent every coin in the realm on ruinously expensive item sets, and now, thanks to the witch's curse, he couldn't wear any of them. And your old pal Quartero was thinking, how tragic. But also, don't mind if I do. Here, give this nether wand a swing. Yes, feel that balance? That's real cross-grained carapace steel. Anyway, he said I could have the whole set, and he'd even throw in the wands, and all I had to do was go on a quest to the Fountain of Babrazba and find him a magic elixir. Sounded easy enough. And then he got out the map. The fountain was in some tomb in the middle of a cannibal jungle on some godforsaken hellhole called Snake Island, and no, absolutely not. Look at these hands, hero. Look at these soft, soft hands. I don't do jungle tombs. No, I had a better plan. The witch who cursed him lived 5 minutes from the castle. Have you ever seen a witch? They're 200 years old, and they're made of balsa wood. I figured I'd just go find this witch and punch her so hard she'd die. And there's the other nether wand. I'm glad you're taking both. I'd hate to break up the set. Not easy to smuggle these out of the burrowed kingdoms anymore, either. Not since... well, that's another story. Speaking of stories, where was I? Find the witch, punch her, lift the curse. That was the plan, anyway. As it happened, she wouldn't let me in her cottage. So, what I did was... let me be careful here. I went back to the village and bought several rounds of ale at the tavern for the many witnesses present. Yes, and while I was there, you won't believe this, somebody burned her house down. Lifted the curse instantly. Ah, the molten maw. Here, lean forward. Let's get this on you. Ugh, that is heavy. How's it feel? Can you see me out of the eye holes? You look really evil, by the way. I can't tell what face you're making under there, but from here, you look terrifying. Also, legally, I feel like I should be very, very clear about that last part I told you about the witch's house burning down while I was somewhere else with countless witnesses present. I don't think the witch is dead. No, hero. Are you kidding? That would be murder. No, I think she lifted the curse, moved to a different town, and changed her name. In fact, that's almost certainly what happened. In fact, that's what I told the constables. Anyway, I went back to the king, and he was human again. Also dead. I guess what happened was he must have run straight to his armory and started trying on all his precious armor. And I guess the witch came back to life briefly before dying again because he suddenly turned back into a spider and then back into a human. And if you suddenly go from a person-shaped body into a spider body and then back into a person body while you're still inside steel armor, well, I'll spare you the details. He died instantly. But if you want the details, it exploded all the vertebrae in his spine while his organs got pushed up into his throat cavity, and he choked to death while his back exploded. And honestly, it took a surprisingly long time, a few minutes at least. Oh, also earlier, did I say the witch came back from the dead? What I obviously meant was, you look fantastic in those molten molars. At any rate, I can report that, unlike the witch, happily retired somewhere, I imagine, the king was dead. I was able to pry most of him out of this molten mantle here. Let's get it on you. There! Snug as a button. There might still be a few chunks slopping around in there. You can keep those if you find any. The villagers and I found enough of him to bury. The point is, technically, the king was 100% curse-free by the end, and a deal's a deal. So, yours truly helped himself, as agreed, to any one-item set of my choosing. Naturally, I chose the Nether Beetle set, but then I also liked the look of the Molten Monarch set, so I figured, why not take both for now, so you could try them on, and I'd return whichever one you didn't like. And that gave me another idea, which is why not steal everything? And I was just smashing a third set out of its glass case when some guards showed up. Now, I'll bet you're wondering. I said at the beginning that this story had a happy ending. Yet here we are at the end of the tale, and the entire cast is dead or missing. Ah, but you have 2 priceless item sets, and you lived handsomely ever after in them. The end. The Ember Enforcer. Go ahead, try it on. I know it looks like it's on fire. That's because it is on fire. But most of the heat radiates outward, so once you've got it on, that should be the worst of the burns. Funny story behind this item set. I actually obtained it while trying to get my hands on a different set at Ultimere University. I tried sneaking my way into the university disguised as a professor. Welcome to class! You there! Read that book! Good! And so on. I hadn't counted on a gem of true sight, which was judging every heart in the room for so much as a flicker of ill intent. Well, my heart must have been flickering like the dickens with shitty intentions, because I found myself in the university dungeon before I could snatch a single sabaton. Let's get this armor on you. Ugh, that is heavy. You must be roasting like a duck in there. Well, if it gets too hot, just wave. Anyway, prison. I didn't care for it. I didn't like the cell, I didn't like the rats, or the bed, or the toilet next to the bed, but mostly I didn't like Dodrick. He was the jailer. I mean, I get it, it's prison, quarters not made of marshmallow jam, but I mean, a simple blanket to keep me warm at night? I had one, yes, but 2 would have been even snugglier, and there was a whole pile of them in the linen closet. Or the food hero. A bowl of gruel is literally water and gristle. It would have cost the prison essentially nothing to adopt a bottomless bowl policy. It was like Dodrick was going out of his way to make prison as unpleasant as possible.
ethereal are open to me now.